welcome you all to this Marketing Made Simple on Thursdays. And we start with a quote that reminds you when your funnel flows, it's more than just marketing, it's momentum. It's really important to get that, because when you put in the work and you get it flowing, it just keeps going. Oh, I should be a poet. The right people are drawn in, step forward with confidence and follow your lead, making conversion effortless. And that's the truth, people. Can you see how from the previous two trainings, just maybe go into the chat for me quickly and tell me you have done the top of funnel and middle of funnel, because then this is going to make a whole lot more sense. But can you see how when you are clear about who you want to attract and you start attracting them in and you start seeing them regularly engaging, that it then becomes easier to take the next step to help them get to like, know, and trust you. And then I'm going to show you today how much simpler it becomes to take them right down through the bottom of the funnel. So let's help you with this next step. Somebody is unmuted. Could you please check your mute? I can hear some background noise. In the session, part 3 of our 3-part series, we did the top, we did the middle, and now we are doing BOFU, bottom of funnel. And I'm going to clarify for you what it is, why it's important, and how to implement it, of course. And I'm going to offer you a serious glimpse of a bonus. I am going to create a detailed training for our course portal on this, because it is a very, very significant tool I've learned from my mentor, James Wedmore, that I want to share with you. But I was studying it yesterday in detail and thinking it is worthy of a session. So I'm going to give you a glimpse today, and then if you need to dive deeper into that, it will be available. But let's just quickly do a recap of where bottom of funnel fits in. Remember, the top was all about creating awareness, getting them interested, and then building desire in the middle so that they take action. And there are different types of content, which we have shared with you, that work at each stage. Some work across all the stages. So your strategy must be to distribute your content with the different stages in mind, whether it's social media, email, blogs, offline, networking messages, whatever it might be. Get clear in your mind which stage of your funnel you are talking to. Remember, we talked about the levels of awareness. What is the level of awareness of the audience you're speaking to? Remember, at the top, it is about just becoming aware of their problem, and they almost stumble upon you. At the consideration stage, they're starting to make a decision and comparing you to others. Here they might need a final push. You need to know what the touch points are, where they are connecting with you, where are they finding you, where are they seeing you, and what are the questions they're asking. Even if it's not one that they're actually asking, what objection is in their mind? What do you need to help them with to move them down this funnel? Remember that fabulous word that we've started in this series, to move them down the funnel. Let's just clarify something before we carry on. What is conversion? I don't want you just to think of it as a sale, because at each stage of the funnel, it can be something different. It is a meaningful interaction that moves potential customers closer to your ultimate sales goal. But there's things on the way that they need to do to get there. So every stage of your funnel should have a clear objective. So for those of you who are sitting at the top of the funnel, who are attracting people, who are building your audience, focus there. You can't try and sell to those people at the bottom of the funnel when they haven't even got there yet. Tell me that's an aha moment. You really need to be clear of who you are talking to and where they are and meet them there. So before optimizing for conversion, define what you want to achieve at each of those stages, the broad stages, top, middle, bottom. We'll break them into more detail in a minute, just to remind you. But ask yourself, what action do you want your audience to take? You might want to make a note of this. What action do you want your audience to take? What action do they need to take, and how will it contribute to the overall success of your business? So is it meaningful for you and for them? And how will you track that? Remember when we set goals and objectives, we use KPIs. How are you actually, because too many of us set these goals and go after them, but we don't actually measure them. We have a feeling it worked, or there might be a few signs. You need to get a little, I'm not saying get deep into data if that's not your thing, but have some way of tracking it. Come when you have your staff meeting at the end of the week, or when you plan at the beginning of the week, just think to yourself, did I achieve X last week? And what will you be using to measure X? And then where are you on your marketing journey? I'm talking specifically to some of you who are pivoting. You're at the top of that funnel. So be kind to yourself. The reality is you can't start selling already. You are still building that audience. You're still getting clear for yourself. If you're not exactly clear and you don't have those offers and all that stuff in place, your audience, I can assure you, is not clear either. So you can't be rushing them until you have got them. They start asking you questions, you're learning about the engagement and bringing them down. So this even happens, think about it, it's not your overall business goal. It can be a new product or service, a new arm to your business. So you might be selling something down here, but be up there with something new so you're constantly at different stages of the funnel with different products and services. So where are you on your journey? For startups and pivoters, this can be overwhelming. You need to see the big picture, yes, and understand this entire conversion funnel strategy, yes. But you eat an elephant how? One bite at a time. Choose where you are, what you want to do in your business, and focus there. Do it well. Don't spray and pray. Don't spread yourself too thin. How are you going to move suspects to prospects, to customers, and down to brand advocates, i.e. loyal customers? The point I want to make here is be clear where you are, do it well, and focus there, but keep going. So just a reminder here about how the types of conversion differ. So these are the objectives at each stage of this funnel. So when you plan your content going forward, unless you buy the content calendar, which will have this put into it, but going forward, you probably need to have over 9 days, each of those is an objective in your content plan. So one post to create awareness, one to attract, one to build interest. See how complex that content plan actually was that you were using. So I'm urging you, if this is too much like hard work, think about getting those plans. I will make them available month by month, that you at least have this spread throughout your content plan, which then helps you at whichever stage, whichever product you are. So you could be attracting for one product, building another one, and selling another one. But all the content is different. So at the top of the funnel, what is a conversion? So think about things like website visits. That's a conversion. You're sending people to your website. Landing page views, social media follows and engagement, newsletter signups. And then middle of funnel, lead magnet downloads, signing up for something in return for their email address, webinar attendance, free trial signups, Inquiries are a type of conversion. If you have got them, think about it. If you're taking them from interest and building, bringing them down, and they're asking meaningful questions, that's a conversion because you've taken them down the funnel. We too often are hard on ourselves and not measuring these mini conversions, small wins. And it's only at the bottom of the funnel where you start talking purchases, completed transactions, bookings, subscribing to memberships, upselling, cross-selling, those kind of things. So I hope that's really given you enormous clarity about implementing your funnel. The key takeaway here is conversion is more than just a sale. It's about guiding prospects through micro commitments until they become paying customers. Each step in your funnel should be designed to drive the right type of conversion at the right time. And that involves having the right objective, knowing what awareness is in your client, giving them the right content in the right place at the right time. Okay, so that was basically a recap to put today into perspective.